Has your text got personality? Most texts that the examiners in the marking centre read are not going to have much personality, believe me. And remember, our purpose is to entertain. So what we want to establish all the way through is a strong narrative voice. Now, you might be asking what this means. A strong narrative voice is this idea that you've got personality in the way you write. It doesn't have to be written in first person, i.e. I feel like going to the shops. It can be written in third person, he feels like going to the shops, but put a bit of flair into the voice. Give your voice idioms. Now, idioms are specific sayings that only a certain group of people will understand. If I say to you, bonza, I'll be using a very old Australian idiom, or to quote the film Australia, the drover in that says, crikey. Now that's one of his idioms. That's a specific saying that he says all the way through the film that identifies him as him, and it gives him personality. He always says it at times when he wants to appear really, really Australian. We know Steve Irwin said it to start with, and that was part of his identification as an Australian. Well, idiom will create strong narrative voice. You don't want to overdo it, you just do it a couple of times in your story. Other things to create strong narrative voice are that you'll not be scared to be a little bit informal in your narrative voice. You don't have to make it sound like it's some kind of academic science essay, or that it's like one of your English essays, which have to be in an academic formal voice. This you can take liberties with. You can really stretch your voice out so that you're saying things in a different way. Imagine you're the guy who fixes computers down the road, and you love computers so much that everything's gizmotronic or is cyber super or something like that. I'm being totally over the top, but really stretch your narrative voice out of its comfort zone. Take yourself away from the normal formal language that you're used to and stretch it into an unusual character. You know, you might be a kid who collects insects, and so to him he's talking about the legs that are crawling up the person who is the other character in the story. So rather than him focusing on the person in the story, he's focused on the insect crawling up the person and talking about the parts of the insect, like its claws or its mandibles or its wings as they flutter. And so his voice is dominated by what he's interested in. And when he has his highs and his lows, and when he's feeling happy or feeling sad, he'll bring that out by talking about insects in a certain way. And that way, he will have this kind of nerdy insect collecting type voice that will come out of the words on the page.